Hello bandits. With thanks to the folks at Nacon and Teon, we're taking a look through their 80s sci-fi shooter RoboCop Rogue City. In Rogue City, players will step into the metal shoes of the 80s favourite cyborg police officer Alex Murphy. The game is set shortly following the events of 1990's RoboCop 2, but before the ill-fated third installation. Robo will yet again be dealing with Nuke and an all-new criminal network after a new crime lord lands in the city of Detroit. You'll also come across a whole host of returning fan-favourite characters as you do so. This one is a first-person intensely gory shooter with some light RPG elements and a whole heap of progression. In addition to a main campaign, there are numerous side quests and investigations. Players will also find that levelling up has a real impact on their investigations and abilities, with certain actions locked behind levelling with some pretty logical links. RoboCop Rogue City is a deeply thoughtful homage to the franchise. Teon's teams have worked closely with MGM Studios, as well as original RoboCop actor Peter Weller, who has provided his likeness and voice for this new seemingly canon entry to the series. There are also a huge number of nods to the films, even down to the way Robo moves, but more importantly, Rogue City has really captured the feel of RoboCop and the dirty streets of old Detroit. RoboCop Rogue City is rated by PEGI at 18 and above, and by the ESRB as a mature 17+. Much like the film series, this one is incredibly gory and packed with language, drugs and sex references. From the exploding heads and bloody combat to gruesome murder investigations and language from the outset, it's definitely not one for younger gamers, and we're rating it as adults only. There are some decent accessibility options here though, starting with varied difficulty settings including a story mode. In addition, players can remap all controls and various audio settings, including reducing the sound of Robo's heavy footsteps. In addition, both in and outside of RoboVision, players will get icons showing which items can be interacted with, and the 80s high contrast computer visuals make things pretty clear as you make your way around the game. And with that stacked up, onto the rundown, our 5-point rating for RoboCop Rogue City. Gameplay 4. Rogue City is a slow but satisfying shooter. The title provides players with the unstoppable machine feeling walking in Robo's shoes while still providing a decent challenge. Investigation is relatively light touch, but more than we were expecting, and the need to level up to unlock abilities feels very intuitive. Overall, while objectives can get a little samey, the action gameplay just captures the spirit of the franchise and makes it very fun to play. Visuals 4. Graphics are a tough one here in Rogue City. In cutscenes, character animations and lip syncing are lacking and seem far off what they could be, but in contrast, gameplay looks pretty fabulous most of the time. Detroit's gritty environments have been well realised here, and we've loved Murphy's scanline RoboVision effects. Audio 5. The title has brought back RoboCop's epic soundtrack with a reimagined score, and the return of Peter Weller for Alex Murphy's vocals was an absolute masterstroke. In-game chatter from bad guys, soundtrack stings and the various sound effects all contribute to the feeling of really stepping into the films. Narrative 4. Rogue City takes the setup of the first two Robo films with a new bad guy linked to Alex Murphy's previous adventures. In addition to a campaign length of 20 to 30 hours, players' choices will have a genuine effect on the outcome of your journey. Replay 4. Each area of the game has various pickups to find and varied side quests as well. In addition, with players' choices actually making changes to your outcomes and various options for levelling up your skills and abilities, it is worth jumping back in and giving it another playthrough if you're a completionist. Overall, our Pixel Bandits "I'd buy that for $1" level for RoboCop Rogue City is an outstanding 9 out of 10. It is not a fast-paced shooter, but RoboCop's slow but inevitable progress feels intricately linked to the film franchise. If you've never seen the films before, there is a decent action shooter here with police investigation aspects giving some decent if light alternative gameplay. Objectives aren't always incredibly interesting, but the overall story and action does pull through. If you have seen the films, however, Rogue City is a triumphant return to the streets of old Detroit. Murphy's partnerships, weapons, voice, soundtrack and action combat will pull players back into the gritty world of OCP's 2024 Detroit City. The gore, visuals and cast all strike the right chords, and while objectives follow mostly similar lines, the action here is what really makes it pop. As ever, to provide our review and common sense parents guide, we received a free copy of RoboCop Rogue City from the folks at Nacon. And that's all we've got for you today. Check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org for more information on this one. If you found this helpful, a like, comment, share or follow might not cost you anything, but it really goes a long way to helping Pixel Bandits remain ad-free and independent. Either way, we hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.